Hello everyone, I'm John, this is Sean.
Alright.
And this is Everyday Food Reviews, and today we've got a kitchen roll.
Yep. The reason we got kitchen roll is because I've been instructed to not use a knife and fork to eat the chicken bake. I wouldn't have done for the hot dog.
No.
So we've been to Costco. We've
been to Costco. It's been a long time coming, this.
Yeah. So we said when we did the IKEA hot dogs that we would do Costco hot dogs at some point.
I've got like hair on my face, what the hell? I'm molting. No, I think I'm molting from stress.
So we've got hot dogs. Now the thing is, now they wrap because of presumably the current climate of germs and what have you. They don't have the sauce dispensers out for the public to use, so they put the sauce on there. But that does make a mess when they wrap up the hot dogs for you. So these hot dogs, £1.50, and they come with a drink, which if you drink it in the shop, it's going to be refillable.
Which the machines are still. You can get to.
Yeah, you can still get to the drinks machines, weirdly. And we've got a chicken bake, which isn't something I normally get because it's £3.25, and a slice of pizza is £1.85, and a hot dog with a drink is £1.50. So it just never seems like good value. Yeah. Sound. So it smells very cheesy. The chicken bake.
Yeah, it's almost like in this bread that's been covered with cheese and then grilled.
Yeah, I'm not.
What are we starting with first? Should we start with the hot dog, the staple?
Yeah.
So they are quite famous, Costco hot dogs. We were considering doing pizza as well, but because they're famous, I said their order video themselves. That's really weird to drink from. One thing to note, we will talk about this actually. They've changed the lids on their drinks, so you peel them back, so you don't have to dispense straws. You peel them back, and then it's like a sippy cup.
Yeah, so it's more like a coffee cup.
But it is weird to drink from. I don't think I'm going to use that, to be honest. It's super cool.
I don't mind it, to be honest.
I don't mind it. Like, it's good, but it's good that they're not using plastic straws, because you can't get away from using a plastic lid on them.
No.
But it's better than having even recyclable straws or plastic straws. So yeah. I'm for that.
So the hot dogs are £1/4 beef hot dogs, and they're served on a maize-topped sub roll.
I'm going to split that so I can show the.
So you got onions on yours. Now, in principle, I prefer a hot dog with onions. However, at Costco and IKEA, they don't have like freshly fried onions like they would on like a burger van or something.
No.
They've got them in a big sort of vat of water, and they've just got this like mesh net thing that they scoop them out with and put them on the thing. So the problem I have with the onions is they always make the bread soggier than I'd like it to be, so I tend to skip them nowadays at Costco and IKEA.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, the bread's held up pretty well. They're not the best hot dogs. They're not like Sean said, they're not fried. They're just like almost like mush. So gives a slight crunch.
The bread though, the bread's soft and delicious. Like it just feels like quality bread. It's not just like a bog standard hot dog roll, and the hot dog itself tastes like a proper smoked hot dog sausage rather than a cheap thing from a tin. It tastes like a proper hot dog.
Yeah, it's the meat's proper packed. It's not like really soft.
No,
like you say from normal hot dog sausages. It is chunky and it's meaty and it is good.
There's a nice snap to the sausage when you bite into it. Meat tastes good. It's not mushy.
No.
It's firm.
And the value is just, it's you. If there was anyone in the world that said this was bad value, it's the most wrong anyone's ever been. £1.50. You look at the IKEA ones. They were like, is it 59p, 79p for the one?
They used to be 50p for the little ones, but they've gone. I think they only do the regular ones now, and they're something like 80p, and then they charge you extra for onions.
Right. So it's anywhere between 80p and £1.
Something like that.
And we're getting a it's a half a litre, 500ml cup drink for 50p.
And this is a £1/4 hot dog. The bread's better, the sausage is better, it's bigger, it's just better in every way than the IKEA one.
Yeah.
The IKEA ones, now that they're not just 50p anymore, it's a slightly harder sell. Like, they're still exceptional value, but this is more exceptional.
Absolutely. Yeah, and like I say, with a 500ml drink as well for 150, and it's quality.
The drink, it is Pepsi. You got a choice of Pepsi, Pepsi Max, 7-Up, Tango.
Pepsi Max Cherry.
Pepsi Max Cherry, which is what we've both got here. It'd be nice to see Coke, but again, for £1.50 for the hot dog and the drink,
It wouldn't be nice to see Coke.
I'd call that a free drink at the end of the day.
Yeah,
So I'll drink Pepsi for free.
like you have to.
Yeah.
It's the best thing, don't worry. We should have probably just spoke a little about the hot dog and then moved on to this, but instead we just finished our hot dogs. I do see your point about the onions, though. Maybe it is something I'd consider in the future. So the bread's a bit nicer, but I might snap this in half so I can show. Whoa. So it's like a chunky chicken bake.
They are big as well.
Almost like a foot long crunchy sub.
Yeah. I said I avoid them because of the price, but they are a fair size. How is it?
It's good. It's almost, like I said, the chicken's chunky. There's nice chunks of bacon in there, and it's almost like chicken supreme-esque sauce. It's really creamy. It's just a great.
It's like a chicken and bacon pasty filling, but wrapped in bread instead of pastry and then covered in cheese.
But the filling's better. There's probably less sauce, more meat chunks.
Yeah, it does feel like there's a lot of chicken in it.
Should have weighed it.
You made out that I was an idiot last time I suggested weighing something, when it was you who started that trend.
I know.
It is a fair weight though.
It is.
It's very salty, but got the drink from the hot dog.
Can you talk about how you can get them?
Yeah, so I'm chewing. Costco is a members warehouse, which in this country is only really a thing for cash and carries. But in America, there's a few similar sort of shops. Well, I hear people talking about Sam's Club and something else, but you need to pay something like £27 a year to be a member, but you can get 2 membership cards, and the fuel's good and cheap. So if you drive a lot, just the fuel is worth, the cost of the membership. However, to get in for food, the food is always at the back of the shop, so you can go in through the exit where the members help desk is, and 9 times out of 10 they won't check for your Costco card, and when they do, you can just lie to them and say you're going to the members desk, because to do your shopping in Costco, they'll check your card on the way in, and then they actually have to scan it so that you can pay for your shopping at the till. For the food, they don't scan the card, so if you were so inclined, you could just lie I've actually lent my card to a mate of mine the other week, so I didn't actually have my card with me today. So that's what we did today. We walked in and she says, "Are you just going to the members desk?" I said, "Yeah." And we just walked straight past it and got the food.
I mean, we were going anyway for fuel because my girlfriend's got one.
Yeah.
So we would have had a card.
But so for fuel, you can just scan it because it's a self-service till. When you go into the shop, obviously, they check the photo.
Right.
So, I mean, we could have gone to the desk and said, "I've forgotten my card," and they'd have let us in anyway or whatever. But, it's just quicker to just say, yeah, and just walk past. So I imagine that... I know lots of people who don't have a card and go there for food. It just depends how bold you are. If you're nervous about it, then you can either join or just not bother, or just ask your friends, because there's probably someone with a Costco card.
Mm-hmm.
The food, it's good value. It's generally like the IKEA food. It's not worth going there for, but it's quite often worth picking up while you're there anyway.
Yeah, some people as well, like I said, the pizzas are actually famous because the pizzas are actually really good value.
Really, they are 18-inch pizzas for £9, and the dough is really, really thick, and they put loads of cheese on, so they're really filling. Like they're more substantial than other 18-inch pizzas, and they're £9.
You could probably say their crust is almost like a half of that.
Yeah,
and then the amount of cheese that they put on that, it kind of shows what kind of cheese they'll put on the pizza. So we will get around to doing a video of them, and like I say, they are pretty famous. You've probably heard so many people say, "Oh, we'll pick up a couple of Costco pizzas for a night in or a party or something like that," and they do go far. So yeah, it is. I think it's great value. Like you say, it's reasonable enough food. I think Costco don't sell many things that aren't worth it.
No,
it's a weird place, Costco. It's almost like semi-premium. Well, you could say
that their own brand stuff is quite often better than
it's made in a lot of the same factories, isn't it, as well?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, people say, "Oh, this Costco own brand stuff's more expensive than the actual name brand stuff in a supermarket." It's like most of the things I've had that have been Costco own brand have been better, and a lot of them are cheaper because you're buying in big quantities. But some of the things that aren't cheaper, that they are actually significantly better, I found. I love Costco.
Yeah.
And then the name brand stuff generally works out a bit cheaper or as good as when it's on offer in the supermarket on special. But obviously you have to buy a pack of 6 or 10 of them or whatever quantity they're selling it in. Like pot noodles in the supermarket quite often are on special offer for 50 or 70p.
Yeah.
At Costco, it's about £6 for a pack of 12. So, it's like that. It's the same sort of prices as the supermarkets usually are on special offer. Some things tend to be more expensive, like 30 packs of Coca-Cola or Coke Zero. They tend to be a bit more expensive than they are when they're on special offer in the supermarket, but they're a bit cheaper than the regular price in the supermarket. So it's like shopping anyway. You just have to see what's good on the day.
And I think if you were going to Tesco or Asda and you were finding, you were going for pot noodles at 50p, as you mentioned, you might only be going and you might only pick up 4 or so because they're not very easy to carry or pack because they're always in solos, aren't they? They're not like the packs. Whereas at Costco, if you go into Costco and you know what Costco's like, you go in to buy and potentially to go buy in bulk. So you would get your whole 12 in a tray, sealed. So it's almost just like a flat box in that kind of dimension. So it can make it easier to shop almost as well.
Yeah, it depends what you're buying, of course. But it's
I bought tea bags like 2 years ago, like 240 bag boxes like that. And they just come sealed in a really easy box and happy days.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Give it a go if you can. Let us know in the comments if you enjoy Costco, if you've picked up pizzas for a party, and we will get round to doing the pizza video, hopefully sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
But on that note, I think it's time to end. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.